time ago, in the beginning of the movie, a planet is shown. The people living on this planet are called Kree. There, a girl named Vers is introduced, who becomes injured badly. She watches an old lady before she understands anything. She notices plenty of smoke. Later on, a man appears from smoke and points a gun at her. He couldn't see Vers' face, and the next moment it was her dream. Actually, she has a dream. She experiences this dream repetitively because she isn't from this world. So, she sleeps less and has forgotten the memory of past. Vers goes to a man who is the commander of this planet. He reaches where how to fight and then takes her towards super intelligent. She watches and the man informs her that super intelligent has no face. She appears in the shape that comes to your mind repetitively. Vers reaches towards the place where the super intelligent is. And she appears in the face of old lady who appears in her reoccurring dream. She informs Vers that this planet is in danger and the people, alien Skrull, that one by one occupied different planets and could appear in any shape. They could occupy our planet and could destroy our planet. We have to destroy those aliens. Later on, Vers along with the army of Kree and their command leaves where the Skrulls were. The leader of the plant informs Vers about a spy that is in the occupation of alien Skrull for the last 3 years. He is in their control, they have to release them at any cost. They all reach to a planet. Vers reaches towards the spy, for everyone come to release him. She interrogates a code that he tells her. She is informed that the Skrulls army has attacked them. Whom she considers the spy was actually a leader of Skrulls who has disguised himself. The alien Skrulls feign Vers and takes her in their ship, where they, with the help of machine, want to know the past her. Vers herself forgot about. He knows Vers was first upon Earth, she was a pilot and a lady with her. She is the lady who occurs in her dream. Skrull alien leader wants to know about her. He asks his people to know about the location, that where they're going. Before they do this, Vers comes into the senses. She releases herself and attacks alien Skrull. She inquires what he has put in her mind. He replies that he hasn't put anything, it was already in her mind. He only wants to know about the doctor and light speed engine. You don't have any idea about the past and have been in the clutches of Kree. All the aliens attack her. During this, the spaceship gets damaged. All the aliens run off and the space of Vers crashes into the Earth. On reaching the Earth, she informs her people that she is on Earth and to take her from here. They inform her that it will take 22 hours to reach and she has to wait. Later on, 2 agents come and start to investigate her. She informs that she is from Kree and wants to destroy Skrull alien. Although, both agents don't understand. Meanwhile, she watches a Skrull and she starts to chase. He transforms his shape and sits on the train, but Vers recognizes him. They both fight a lot and a memory device falls from Skrull alien. This is the same memory device in which the memories of Vers were in Skrull runs. Here, the agent appears who was chasing the train with their car. He receives a call form of his second agent. It means the second agent in the car wasn't an agent, but Skrull alters his face and sat with him. Meanwhile, the agent deliberately has an accident in which Skrull kills and the agent injures his eyes. The agent takes Skrull to a lab where his boss appears, who assigns him to it. All the information has to be given without acknowledging anyone as it would be to a secret mission. Meanwhile, we notice Vers who catches the memory device that she finds from alien Skrulls. When she puts it into her hand gadget, the name of the bar comes. When she goes to the bar, she reminds the memory of the past. Actually, she has come here before and the agent comes here. They both notice an airbase's picture and reach toward theirs. The agent indicates his car to the security over there. They both are taken towards a room. They are in a store with plenty of files. Over there, they find a file of Dr. Wendy Lawson which contains notes about Doctor and the light speed engine. These notes are written in different languages. Now Vers understand that Dr. Wendy was a Kree, not a human being. Studying his file, she knows that before many years she runs to take light speed engine. Along with him another pilot, Dr. Lawson. She comes in her dream continuously. Here agent receives his boss's call and he informs him that he is in a base with Vers. In a while, the boss appears in the base and, when he talks to the agent, he understands that he isn't his boss, but a Skrull alien. He disguised himself as boss to catch Vers. The agent indulges him in conversation and runs, but the Skrull once again catches him. Before he kills the agent, Vers appears and attacks the alien and takes him into a plane. Later on, they both reach to the other pilot house about they read in Dr. Lawson's file that another pilot was with Dr. Lawson. She is the girl who saw Dr. Lawson last time. There, she knows that she was the best friend of Dr. Lawson, and when his plane crashed you were flying the plane. And we considered that you were also there and being killed. But you're still alive, but Vers doesn't know anything she couldn't remember. Nor she knows about this girl who calls her best friend. Here the leader of Skrull appears and declares that he doesn't want to have a fight. He imprisoned her last time, I didn't know anything about you. But now I want to talk to you to hear the recording of that evening. The evening in which you worked with Dr. Lawson. Afterward, he hears a voice. In which Dr. Lawson tells Vers a location and says to go to this location. Because there's her lab. Now Vers remembers everything. At night she was going to Dr. Lawson's lab with light-speed engine. Meanwhile, someone attacks them and their fighter plane crashed. Dr. Lawson becomes injured and states that they want to eradicate the war forever. I'm from a planet not from Earth, my real name is Marvel. Now you have to abolish everything. This light-speed engine is a power that shouldn't be in anyone's hand. Before she destroys it, someone kills them and Dr. Lawson dies. This is the same scene that Vers experiences in her dream in which a man points out a gun on her. But she could never see his face, but now his face becomes visible to her. He is the leader of Kree planet and Vers considers him her friend. He demands an energy source, but she knows that it shouldn't be in anyone's hand. Here Vers fires on energy source, a big explosion within occurs, and all the powers are transferred in Vers. Now the leader doesn't kill Ware, because he needs this energy. The story appears in the present again. The leader of Skrull informs her that she's supporting a wrong planet that is wrong. So, she wants to eradicate light engines. The people of Kree have destroyed their planet. When they don't give up, they destroy their planet. That's why they for shelter from one to another planet. He informs her that Dr. Lawson as Captain Marvel has found the energy source that could destroy any planet within the speed of light. Where the army of Kree couldn't reach. S.H.I.E.L.D wants you to help in finding that. But Vers informs him that she has already destroyed. Then the leader of Skrull informs that you had only destroyed the engine, but the energy source is in their lab. The location of the lab which Marvel has informed you. She informs him that the location of the lab isn't on Earth, but on the planet that changes its location according to time. Now the leader of Skrull changes, and makes it able to reach towards the planet. Now they all leave toward the planet from Earth. Soon, they reach the lab. When they all reach, they notice an entry source that was present there. Now the question arises, from where Dr. Lawson finds this energy source. Whereas, in America the first Avenger we have seen, now we notice the three people who made this S.H.I.E.L.D. When S.H.I.E.L.D. and NASA together made a program, the name of the project was Pegasus. In that project, they wanted to make a speed engine by using different energies. Dr. Lawson was also a scientist with them and worked as a scientist. They found the energy source from the same place. Now a Skrull appears, who utters a strange sound in Dr. Lawson's lab. His family, which was living here for 6 years, appears. Now the wife of Skrull informs that Marvel has prevented indicating any signal. If we did this, the people of Kree would have reached. Now the leader of Kree and his army reaches too. They capture Vers and send his senses to their supreme intelligence. Now Vers watches the supreme intelligence as Marvel's face. Now in her neck, they attach a device by which they could control her senses. Now she becomes aware of it. Now she puts off the device from her neck and throws it. As she throws, all her powers unlock. Vers becomes Captain Marvel. Becoming Captain Marvel, she in a single attempt keeps the Kree people away from her. Now she takes the engine source towards the agents and asks him to go. The agent has the cat of Marvel, which isn't a cat but an alien. The cat galvanizes the source engine. Later on, the agent and the friend of Vers all leave along with Skrulls. They destroy the lab and blast it. The leader of Kree also wanted to take the engine source and chase them on his flying object to get this. Captain Marvel grabs the flying jet and the leader falls it. Before she reaches Earth, she tranquilizes her mind. For she knows her power of flying. Later on, she crashes the plane of the leader. On the other side of the Earth, two people are shown which are from Kree planet. They notice their people defeated and starts to throw missiles on Earth. But Captain Marvel destroyed them in a single attack. Now the people, when notice their power, decide to go and warn them to come back for revenge. Captain Marvel again comes on Earth where the leader of Kree is present. She sits him in her flying object and asks him to tell Supreme Intelligence that she would come to their planet soon, so she could destroy everything. Now the agent appears with a cat in his hand that has galvanized a source power. The cat injured her eyes with sharp paws. Later on, Captain Marvel returns the gadget to the agent and informs him that she has updated it. Now, you can send a message but only send it in an emergency. Later on, Captain Marvel along with Skrulls leaves from the Earth to find their new house. Now the agent whose eyes were injured keeps his eyes covered. He says to his mate that they don't know who else lives on Earth. Captain Marvel has saved us this time, but we have more superheroes. They want to make a team in the final scene. The cat which has galvanized the source engine has again been thrown out. The movie ends.